おかえりなさい。あ、な、た。お風呂にする？ご飯にする？それとも。なんちゃって。冗談冗談。
I'm not gonna lie, Mika is very quickly rising the ranks for me. I never disliked her, but she would have never been in like my top 5. But she's very quickly getting up there. As per usual, continuing the story, we're on volume 4. If you haven't seen the last one, the rabbits were incredibly stinky, so we went on a special mission to retrieve some drum barrels, which the rabbits used as a bathtub, also doubled as a food source for Sensei. Good soup. And we were introduced to some mysterious people who did not show their face, but we will hopefully find out today in episode 9 of chapter 1, A Suspicious Shadow. I was out at a nearby market to shop for some supplies for Chalet. Is that you, Sensei? What an unexpected meeting. Hi, Sensei. Long time no see, Karino. What are you doing out here? I'm patrolling the streets to protect the peace, and, as an added bonus, checking out all the street vendors here. There's so many different snacks in this area. I recommend the butcher shop near the front over there. Their fried croquet is one of the best things I've... Of course that's not why I'm patrolling this area. That would be shirking my duties. It just so happens that many troublemakers tend to hang out here after school. I never doubt your work ethic, Karino. Thank you, Sensei. But Sensei, I heard you're taking over supervising the SRT students now. Has there been any trouble in that department? They could be threatening you for food as we speak. Or have they forced you out of your living facilities and taken over in a rampage? There's nothing to worry about. They're all good kids. Oh, I'm surprised to hear that. Considering they're dangerous enough to point their guns at police officers, I was very concerned they would resist you at every opportunity, Sensei. But of course, that's simply the limitless charisma of our Sensei. Not even those horrible students could do anything about it. I can only hope to become an exemplary student like yourself one day, Sensei. Not really as impressive as you seem to think, Karino. You're so funny, Sensei, but if you do run into any problems, don't hesitate to ask Valkyrie Police School. Valkyrie students are standing by 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to ensure the safety of all of our citizens. We've also increased our patrols recently, considering all the atrocious rumors as of late. Atrocious rumors? Unfortunately, there's been an influx of armed homeless people terrorizing this area. Based on their appearance and incessant fighting over discarded boxed lunches, we've deduced these individuals must be homeless people without a permanent residence. Apparently they're armed with heavy firearms as well. That's why we've increased our patrols. They even snuck into a guarded harbour and stole a load of waste material. They're incorrigible bad guys. It is strange though, they're reported to be armed to the teeth, but only seem to be after trash. It's an enigma. But Valkyrie Police School is on the case. There's no way. What's wrong, Sensei? Did you think of something? It's nothing. I see. Well, please do be sure to report any suspicious activity you see. There seems to be no end to issues lately. We already have our hands full policing delinquent students with their personal firearms. Now there's a rogue, unknown group that's heavily armed? At this rate, I'm gonna be wielding a pea shooter against a flamethrower. Or worse. Maybe this is my chance to make a supply request for the Public Safety Bureau students to have the latest firearms. I think you already know the answer to that one. Something tells me Karino's not allowed to use big girl scissors. I guess I do. Our duties aren't even technically to fight crime head on, and seeing how there's barely enough budget for bullets these days, I can't be selfish. I'll continue protecting the citizens and students of Kavodos, even if I have nothing left but my bare hands, and I'm still looking forward to the possibility of being transferred to the Security Bureau as a reward for our recent achievements. Then I will receive better firearms and, therefore, a better way to protect the peace. You can do it, Karino. Sensei's encouragement always motivates me. Now, if you'll excuse me, the street vendors is calling my name. Oops, I mean, back to patrol! Head back to Chalet. Hey you, are you Sensei? Yes, that's me. I've got a bone to pick with you. Will you come with me? This is an anesthetic? I inhaled the smoke the suspicious individual sprayed on my face, and my vision started to blur. Then, I promptly lost consciousness. Ah, the good old, does this rag smell like chloroform to you? Trick. You're finally awake. That reminds me, in the last video, there was a Metal Gear Solid reference, and it completely went over my head. When they were talking about some legendary spy, the first thing that came to mind was Code Box. What the fuck is this thing? And why does it look like me? Why do we have the same eyebrows, glasses, and mustache? I do apologize for the poor hospitality of my comrades. We don't often deal with guests. You must understand. You are... where are my manners? I am Descartes. I am the leader of this organization, the Pursuers of Non-Possessive Happiness, or the Pursuers for short. Non-Possessive Happiness? The Pursuers? You mean to say you've never heard of our organization? We are well known amongst those pursuing a lifestyle of minimalism and peace. To not have heard of us, you must lead an egregious life of excess. Of course, I already knew that. I already knew that you're a selfish human who orders your minions to rob poor folk of their food. I don't think I follow. Don't play dumb. I've seen you and those rabbit-eared students plotting and scheming together. Do you mean the SRT students? You talking about the Rabbit Squad? It makes no difference what they're called. We call them greedy pigs. You are sabotaging our path to enlightenment. Society calls us by many names. Leeches, neats, homeless, good-for-nothing layabouts, unemployed, but such names are facetious. To call us layabouts? We are noble ones pursuing non-possessiveness. The people of Kovotos today wish to possess everything they lay their eyes upon. The newest tanks, expensive rifles, cozy bunkers that block missiles. And so they buy more and more, wishing to fill the gaping hole within them with their possessions. The more they purchase, the bigger it grows, until it consumes their very being. True happiness comes not from having, but from not having. One must be willing to release their attachment to worldly possessions, to let go of the shackles of society, and only indulge in what we must to survive. To be free. We are not leeches upon society. We chose this life. To not work, to not own, to not possess. We freed ourselves of material greed, and instead feed our souls with our impoverished lifestyle. So you're unemployed, is what I'm hearing. He really is me! But then, in the midst of our noble pursuit, a group of intruders arrived. These intruders donned rabbit ears and the most expensive equipment on the market. Their insatiable appetite knew no bounds, plundering every bento they could lay their greedy fingers upon. They're like a virus, devouring all in sight. They refuse to leave behind even a mung bean sprout bento. Aw, look at him, he looks so sad. Yakiniku bentos are so popular that they're rarely discarded as is. To monopolize such a luxury solely for themselves? This senselessness is a slap in the face to all we stand for. Don't you stand for letting go of material attachments? Well, you see... Don't change the subject. Either way, we cannot just stand idly by and allow this squad of rabbits or bunnies or cunnies or what have you to carry on with their greedy acts. Now, the reason I brought you here is to make a demand. As the leader of these miscreants, will you tell them that from now on, all yakiniku bentos belong to the pursuers? Those kids aren't my subordinates. They're really just my students. Student or subordinate, what does it matter? As their teacher, simply make them listen to you. Don't look at me like that. Are you truly so incompetent you cannot control your students? Control my students? My students control me! I didn't want it to come to this. Don't move an inch. I'll call them on your cell phone and make my demands. Yes, Sensei? We're busy making dinner. Am I speaking to the leader of the Rabbit Squad? We are the Pursuers of Non-Possessive Happiness, or the Pursuers for short. A collective of monks in the city in search of true happiness. We are noble... They... hung up? Maybe they thought you were a phishing scam. Ugh. This is why enlightenment eludes these deplorable students. Hello? Don't hang up. This isn't a prank call. We have your precious sensei hostage. If you don't meet our demands, you'll never see sensei again. Oh, okay. Tell sensei I said bye-bye. They just hung up? Again? Are you really there, sensei? How could these call-out students not show the slightest bit of concern for you? What is wrong with all of you? Drat. I thought our plan was flawless. I was supposed to be rolling in expensive bentos by the end of this. I didn't plan for their absolute lack of enlightenment. How about I try calling them? You? Personally? I'll allow it. However, trying to call the police would end very badly for everyone. The pursuers are all very heavily armed, and not afraid to fight for a noble cause. Ugh, Again, Sensei? I stayed up all night and I want to go to sleep. If you call us one more time, there's an abandoned top quality Wagyu bento here. Ha! Did you think your precious students would care if they heard your voice? You got hung up on, just like me. SRT, everyone back up. Saki, it's against protocol to use the Academy's name when we're not on official business. I want the top quality Wagyu bento. Please, I've never had Wagyu meat before, even at SRT. I promise, Sensei said there was some there. I traced their cell right to where you are, so bring us home some meat. Wow, I didn't even know you could move that fast. Oh, hi Sensei. Sensei, where's the top quality Wagyu bento? Rapid collection is the key to preserving the freshness of a bento. Once a discarded bento passes its expiration date, every second counts. So the thing is... Ha ha ha! You completely fell for our plan. You came here driven by your human desire and were led astray by it. Imbeciles like you who are driven by greed are consumed by it until it leads them to utter ruin. What's this weirdo saying? Where's the top quality Wagyu bento? Of course there's no Wagyu bento here. They always sell out immediately when they're in stock. But what we do have here is a lesson on the joys of non-possession. Comrades, rise. Let us instill our noble cause in these greedy goblins. Who the hell are these guys? They appear homeless, but all their weapons are state-of-the-art. We're surrounded. Lure them to a tight space. We'll funnel them through to a choke point and pick them off one by one. You think we're scared of your weapons? Small fry or still small fry. Throw whatever you can at us. You're no match against SRT elites. Watch out for my signal before the flash grenade. That's your cue to spread out in formation. Rabbit squad, move. Yeah! They're too strong! Run! Comrades? Where are you running? The enemy is still there. These wimps don't even have the guts to get a job. Of course they hightailed it out of battle. I'm going home. I don't want to be a hobo anymore. Wait, no! You have to fight for me! Oh no. My precious base. All of my expensive decorations I worked so hard to collect. It's all burning. What happened to giving up on worldly desires? Shut up! Shut up, you! Everyone likes nice, expensive things. You. If it weren't for you... Site A clear. A clear. Plan A. Besides those who escaped, all of the enemies on the first floor have been neutralized. Nice and clean, everyone. There might not have been a payload, but no one got hurt. Miyako, come check this out. I think this is a bunch of canned food. Smoked salmon, bacon, there's even scallops preserved in oil. What a payload! Imagine eating our bentos with these delicacies. Wait, keep your greedy paws off that. I've been saving that high quality canned food from Gensuma to have with a drink. Miyako, I found a bunch of other stuff too. Sleeping bags, tarpaulins. We can put this under us when we sleep. The ground gets so damp when it rains. Oh wait, please arrange for some transportation. There's a lot more loot than we expected. We won't be able to carry it all. Loot? Loot? That's my stuff! It's all mine! My things! My precious possessions! My everything! You can't have it! Ah yes. I too love the noble pursuit of non-possessiveness. You call all this trash your precious possessions? I don't see your little minions anywhere anyways. I don't think you'll need any of this anymore. Correct. And you were also the one who baited us with false information and attempted to kill us. I don't believe this even begins to compensate us for our losses as a direct result of your actions. You leeches! Neats! You useless hobos! Why the hell don't you go out and work to earn your own food? If you're so strong, why are you scrounging over expired bentos anyways? Go get a real job. Be mercenaries or something. I don't care. We're not mercenaries. We're SRT agents. Well then, you shouldn't really have stolen our bentos in the first place. Citizens in poverty battle for survival every day. You think you can just flash your big fancy weapons and bully everyone into doing what you want? Huh? You hypocrites? Us? Hypocrites? Look in the mirror sometime, buddy. Noble pursuit this, non-possession that. Meanwhile, your supposed enlightenment is just a phony scam to hide the fact that you're a lazy, good-for-nothing bum. A real monk wouldn't care if they were eating wagyu or mung bean sprouts. Shut up. I deserve to eat yakiniku bentos too. Break it up, you two. You shouldn't steal his things. I'll buy you what you need. Rabbit Squad, leave his things here. I have a credit card. We don't need your help, Sensei. Neither do we need to listen to anything you say. But, weird. I don't have much of an appetite. Must have worked too hard. I think I'll just eat a mung bean sprout bento at home. But, me too. Yes, I believe we may get stomach aches if we force ourselves to eat. Camp Rabbit, this is Rabbit 1. Please cancel transport. Operation complete. What about the top quality Wagyu bentos? Sensei said it was there. Regretfully, it looks like they're plumb out of the top quality Wagyu bento. Luckily, we have the mung bean sprout bentos from today. They're even a few days before their expiration. Does no one appreciate me? I already arranged transport. Sorry, Moe. Think of it as non-possessiveness. Didn't you see the glowering look of greed in their murderous little eyes? It's just as I said. Attachment to material possessions blinds people with greed, which inevitably leads to violence. As Saki said, you should look in a mirror. Me? Blinded by greed? Nuh-uh. Not in a million years. I am an enlightened one. I understand what true value is in this lost society. I may have lost comrades today, but I can rebuild. Actually, I just had a thought. Sensei, why don't you join the pursuers yourself? All you must do to join is prove your commitment to non-possessiveness and give up a very, very small portion of your things. I'd rather eat a mung bean sprout bento. Alright, that's gonna do it for today. Another great episode. It's hard to say that this is my favorite volume, because volume 1 is a classic and volume 3 is great writing, but man, I am really enjoying volume 4. Now, on the off chance that anyone watching this also plays Uma, I will be pulling in my next video for Nishi no Flower. Something tells me that there might be a crossover there, so you guys can look forward to that. I may not be pulling a Blue Archive, but I will be pulling an Uma. An Uma Blue Archive collab will go crazy. Oh my god. I wonder if that would ever happen. Or like Genshin. We need Nahida. We need Nahida and we need Nishi no Flower in Blue Archive. We also need a Miku rerun. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.